The stars were quiet, only the slow hum of distant suns breaking the silence of the void. For centuries, the Galactic Council had explored hundreds of young species. They had seen weak tribes, simple machines, and primitive civilizations. Most of them bowed quickly. Most of them begged for mercy. So when the Council received a message from a small blue planet named Earth, they laughed. The aliens called it another child world. Nothing more than a curiosity. They decided to visit not to honor, but to judge. Their ships were huge, silver arcs cutting through the dark, each one brighter than any Terran station. Their weapons glowed with green fire. Their engines roared like thunder. To them, this was a show of power. From Earth's orbit, humans watched with unease. Thousands gathered in the Terran command center, their faces pale, their voices low. They had waited for this day, they had feared it too. General Marcus Hale stood silent at the edge of the command deck. His eyes sharp, his jaw locked. Beside him, diplomats whispered nervously. Scientists muttered about energy readings. But Hale kept his silence. The alien flagship, larger than any Terran vessel, entered orbit. Its shadow fell across Earth's oceans. Cities below looked up, fear spreading like wildfire. When the alien transmission began, every channel on Earth carried it. People of Earth, the alien commander's voice echoed. Deep and cruel, we come not as friends but as judges. Your place is not among the stars, you are fragile, violent, and unworthy. The alien envoy smirked as laughter followed from his council behind him. Bow to us, and perhaps we will allow you to survive as servants. Gasps filled the Terran command hall. Men and women clenched their fists, rage burning, but no one spoke. General Hale simply whispered to his aide, "They still do not see it." The aliens continued to mock. They spoke of Terran ships, small and outdated. They compared Terran colonies to child huts. They promised to burn any resistance, but then something strange happened. Far beyond Neptune's orbit, in the cold edges of the solar system, sensors picked up faint shadows. Unknown signals flickered. Hidden codes ran through deep space relays. Engineers stared at screens. Confused, they asked for orders. Hale only raised a hand. "Not yet," he said quietly, on the alien flagship. The commander leaned back in his throne. His scaled skin shimmered under the lights. His many eyes glowed with arrogance. "Humans," he said, "you are nothing but dust in the galaxy. We will strip your world, and we will erase your name." The hall in Earth's command center fell silent. Diplomats trembled. Some looked at Hale, hoping he would beg for mercy. Instead, he stood like a stone. Finally, a Terran ambassador spoke, his voice calm but firm. "We welcome your arrival, but we do not kneel. Earth is not a child world." Laughter filled the alien bridge. "Not a child world? Then prove it," the commander mocked. For a moment, silence reigned again. Then, in the dark sky behind the alien fleet, a flicker appeared. A shadow passed across the stars. It was quick, almost invisible, but the humans saw it. Children in the cities pointed to the night sky. People whispered. What was that? The alien sensors twitched, detecting faint disturbances, but the commander ignored it. He waved his claw dismissively. "You see, even the shadows bow to us," he said proudly. General Hale turned to his officers. His voice was low but steady. "Hold position. Do not reveal anything until the order." The aliens had no idea. They thought humanity stood alone with weak ships and fragile colonies. They believed Earth would fall in a single strike. But deep in the void, hidden beyond the planets, something vast stirred. Warships darker than the night, hulls shaped like blades, engines quiet as whispers, hundreds of them waiting in silence. The humans knew, the galaxy did not. The alien envoy leaned forward, grinning. "This meeting is over. Next time we speak, it will be as conquerors." General Hale finally allowed himself the smallest smile. His eyes never left the stars. "They still do not see it," he whispered again, "but they will." And with that, the stage was set. The first contact had begun, but the terror was yet to come. The alien delegation arrived in Earth's orbiting council chamber, a vast station built of steel and glass. It was the pride of humanity. But compared to alien marvels, it looked small, fragile, almost childish. The aliens laughed openly at the sight, their voices echoing through the hall. The leader of the alien envoys, High Chancellor Valak, stepped forward. His tall frame shimmered with golden armor. His voice carried arrogance with every word. "Humans," he said coldly, "you invited us as equals, but you are not equals. Your world is weak. Your fleets are pathetic. Your history is nothing but fire and war. The alien guards pounded their spears against the floor, sparks flying. The sound filled the hall like thunder. Terran diplomats tried to remain calm, their words careful, but their eyes betrayed anger. One young alien noble mocked Earth cities shown on the holoscreens. Look at them, towers built of stone and glass. They think themselves advanced. Laughter filled the alien side of the chamber. General Marcus Hale stood silent. His eyes watched every detail. He knew this was not diplomacy. This was a stage for humiliation. Balak raised his clawed hand. We offer you mercy. Surrender your fleets. Surrender your colonies, and perhaps you will be allowed to exist as servants under our flag. Refuse, and you will burn. The chamber went still. Every human face turned pale. The words carried the weight of destruction. The Terran ambassador, Elias Monroe, stepped forward. His voice calm but heavy. You come to our world not with peace, but with threats. Humanity does not kneel to arrogance. We seek respect, not chains. The aliens roared with laughter again. Valak leaned close to Monroe, his eyes glowing with cruel fire. Respect from you? Do not mistake survival for respect. At that moment, alarms flickered quietly in the Terran command systems hidden beneath the chamber. Engineers whispered to officers, strange signals near the outer rim. Faint movements. They are not ours. General Hale listened without moving. He gave no orders, he only muttered, patience, but then something happened that shifted the room. One alien noble threw a silver goblet across the floor. It clattered loudly, his voice sharp. Do you not see? We are offering you life. Without us, your species will die in the cold void. You have no armies, no strength. You are nothing. The words cut deep, but Monroe stood his ground. He looked directly into the alien's eyes and said firmly, You think you see everything, but you see nothing. Humanity is not as it appears. The alien council burst into more laughter. Their voices carried mockery and pride. They had seen dozens of worlds, and none had ever resisted their shadow. But as the laughter echoed, something subtle changed. The floor trembled slightly under the chamber. Lights flickered for a brief second. The alien guards raised their weapons in confusion. General Hale's communicator buzzed in his ear. A voice whispered, Outer fleet detected. Formation confirmed. They are here. He closed his eyes for 1 second, then opened them with fire. Still, he gave no order. The time was not right. Valak pointed at the humans with his claw. You will regret these words the next time we meet. Your world will already be broken, but Monroe smiled faintly. Perhaps, he said softly, or perhaps the galaxy will regret underestimating us. For the first time, Valak's eyes narrowed. He sensed something he did not understand. His instincts screamed of danger, but his arrogance buried the warning. The alien envoys turned and left the chamber, their laughter still echoing in the corridors. Humans stood frozen, some shaken, some furious. But General Hale finally spoke. His voice was calm, almost cold. Now they are warned. Yet they still do not see. They think us weak, but soon, the void itself will answer. Far beyond, in the black ocean of space, vast shapes stirred again. Silent giants hiding behind shadows of planets and moons. Terran codes whispered through the dark, calling the hidden fleets into quiet readiness. The galaxy had insulted humanity, but the warning had already been given, and once the curtain was lifted, no star would ever shine the same. The alien fleet drifted proudly above Earth. Their war banners glowed, their weapons hummed with power. The Council believed victory was already theirs. They saw nothing but weakness in the humans below. But deep in the black sea of space, the truth waited unseen. General Marcus Hale stood on the command deck of Earth's orbital defense, his eyes fixed on the stars. The alien envoys had left, their insults still echoing in his mind. His officers whispered nervously, Sir, they are preparing for full fleet drills. Their guns are powered. Hale nodded slowly. They will strike soon. They cannot resist their pride. At that moment, a faint alarm echoed. Engineers shouted from their consoles. Detection near the Kuiper Belt. Massive displacement waves, hundreds of signals. The room fell silent. Everyone thought it was alien reinforcements. Fear surged through the chamber. But Hale only smiled faintly. No, not them. It's us. The stars shifted one by one as dark silhouettes emerged. For centuries, humanity had hidden its greatest secret. Deep black projects, silent shipyards beyond the edge of known space. Entire fleets built in silence. Cloaked from alien eyes, now they arrived first. A single ship revealed itself, its hull darker than the void, shaped like a blade, lights burning crimson along its edges, then another, then 10, then 100, each one massive, far larger than any Terran ship the galaxy had ever seen. Alien sensors screamed in confusion. Commanders shouted, "Impossible!" These readings cannot be real. But the shadows kept multiplying. In orbit around distant Neptune, entire armadas decloaked, railguns already charged, cannons glowing with silent fire, carriers opened their bays, releasing swarms of drones like silver storms. Battleships formed walls of steel across the dark. The alien fleet above Earth froze. For the first time, their laughter was gone. High Chancellor Valak stared at the holograms from his flagship. His claws dug into his throne. What trick is this? They cannot possess such numbers, they cannot. But even as he spoke, the Terran fleet aligned into perfect formation. Their discipline terrifying. Every ship moved like one body. One will on Earth's command deck. An officer whispered in awe. The hidden fleet. It's real for decades. The galaxy had called humans reckless, fragile, divided. But humanity had prepared in silence. They had hidden their strength not out of weakness, but out of patience. The alien commander shouted to his fleet, "Hold positions. They are illusions, shadows only." Yet when the Terran flagship broke through the void, no one doubted anymore. The ship was colossal, larger than any alien dreadnought. Its hull bore the mark of Earth itself, a silver crest shining like a star. Its weapons glowed with fire that had never been seen before. General Hale turned to his crew, his voice firm. "Signal them." A transmission echoed across every channel. Across every ship, across every world watching. Hale's voice thundered. "First contact is not war. But if you threaten Earth, then you face the fleet you were never meant to see." Silence followed. A silence heavy enough to crush the arrogant laughter of the aliens. Then the Terran fleet lit its engines. The black void turned into a sea of fire. Hundreds of ships aligned, their cannons pointing directly at the alien armada. Panic spread among alien captains. Some screamed for orders, others tried to flee, their sensors overloaded with signals. They had come to conquer a child world, but instead, they had walked into the maw of a predator. Valak's voice broke with fear. This is not possible. How could they hide this? On Earth, civilians looked to the sky, seeing distant flickers of light. They did not know the full truth, but they knew something had changed. Humanity was no longer the weakling of the stars. General Hale raised his hand. "Weapons on standby. Do not fire unless they strike first," but the message was already clear. Humanity had revealed itself. The galaxy would never look at Earth the same again. The hidden fleet had awakened, and its shadow covered the stars. The void was silent for a heartbeat. Two fleets staring at each other across the black sea of stars. On one side, the alien armada, gleaming silver and green, their weapons glowing like suns. On the other side, the Terran hidden fleet, dark, silent, waiting like wolves in the shadows. For a moment, neither side moved. The galaxy itself seemed to hold its breath. High Chancellor Valak broke the silence. His voice filled the alien command channels. "Strike now! Show these primitives the power of the stars." The alien fleet opened fire. Thousands of beams of green energy cut through the darkness. Explosions lit up across the void. It was a storm of light meant to erase humanity in a single blow. But then the impossible happened. The Terran shields flared blue, massive barriers absorbing the storm. Not a single ship broke formation. Not a single ship fell on the Terran flagship. General Hale stood calm. His crew watched in awe as the alien weapons burned harmlessly against their defenses. Hale raised his hand. "Return fire." The Terran fleet moved as one. Railguns charged with fire. Plasma cannons hummed with deadly energy. And then, the void itself shook. A single volley from the Terran side tore through the alien front lines. Alien cruisers split apart, their hulls ripped open like paper. Massive dreadnoughts shattered under railgun rounds the size of buildings. The alien commander screamed, "Impossible!" Their weapons cut through our shields. But humanity's weapons had been forged in silence, perfected in secret. They did not strike blindly. They struck with precision. Every alien flagship was targeted. Every weak point exploited. One Terran battleship, the Vanguard, charged forward alone. Its engines roared like thunder. It pierced through 5 alien cruisers in seconds. Railguns firing with brutal accuracy. Aliens scrambled to regroup. Their formations broke. Captains shouted in panic. Their arrogance was gone, replaced only by fear. From the shadows, Terran carriers released drone swarms. Thousands of small ships moved like a living storm, cutting through alien fighters. Each drone moved with cold precision, like extensions of one will. The alien fleets collapsed further. Their weapons fired in every direction, but nothing stopped the storm. Valak gripped his throne, claws cutting into the metal. This cannot be. No Death World species should have this power. On the Terran flagship, Hale's voice cut through the comms. Calm but heavy. We warned you, we asked for respect now. You will learn. The next volley came. This time it was not a warning. This time it was annihilation. Alien dreadnoughts exploded one after another. Their fragments burned like falling stars. Entire wings of cruisers vanished in firestorms. Yet even as destruction raged, humanity did not fight with chaos. They fought with control. Every shot was chosen. Every strike deliberate. Hale had given clear orders. Crush their arrogance, but leave survivors the galaxy must witness, and so, the Terran fleet broke the alien armada without mercy, but not without purpose. Civilians on Earth looked to the sky and saw only faint flashes of war. They did not know the details, but they felt the truth. Humanity was not prey anymore. Humanity was a predator revealed. Alien survivors cried out on open channels, "Stop! Stop! We yield! We surrender!" Their voices were desperate, broken. Valak's voice cracked, filled with disbelief. No, this is not the end. We are the galaxy's rulers, not them. But his words were drowned by the silence of his own fleet. Ships were burning, commanders were dead. Soldiers were fleeing on the Terran flagship. Hale lowered his hand slowly, his eyes cold as stone. Cease fire. They have seen enough. The Terran fleet stopped. The void went quiet again. Only wreckage drifting across the stars. In that silence, the truth became clear to all who watched. The galaxy had laughed at humanity, called them fragile, unworthy. But now, with a single battle, Earth had written its name in fire across the stars. The clash was over, but the terror had only begun. The battlefield was silent now. Only burning wrecks drifted across the void. Pieces of alien dreadnoughts floated like broken moons. Fires crackled where once there had been fleets of glory. The Terran hidden fleet stood unbroken, their dark hulls glowing with the light of victory. Not a single ship had been lost. Not a single line broken on the alien flagship. High Chancellor Valak stared at the shattered remains of his armada. His pride was gone, his arrogance broken. His voice shook. How did they do this? No one answered him. His commanders were dead. His fleet destroyed, his council silent. For the first time in centuries, the mighty rulers of the stars felt fear. On the Terran flagship, General Marcus Hale stood tall. His officers waited for his words. His voice was steady, cold, but calm. Signal the survivors, tell them this battle is over. Tell them humanity will not chase them, but they will carry this memory forever. The transmission spread across the stars. Hale's voice echoed into every alien channel. Humanity does not seek conquest. Humanity does not kneel. We asked for respect, and you answered with arrogance now. The galaxy has witnessed our strength. Remember this day, and remember, Earth will never bow. The surviving alien ships lowered their weapons. Their voices came back on open comms, trembling. We yield. We acknowledge the Terrans. We will return. We will carry your message, and so, the survivors fled. Their ships limped into hyperspace, leaving trails of fire behind them. They carried fear back to their worlds. Fear that would spread faster than light itself. On Earth, people filled the streets. They had seen flashes in the sky. They had heard the whispers of war, but now, they saw the Terran fleet above their world, vast, proud and unbroken. For the first time, humanity looked up at the stars, not with fear, but with pride. Children pointed to the heavens, their voices filled with awe. That's us. Those are our ships. In the Galactic Council halls far away, whispers spread like wildfire. The humans, the Deathworlders, they were never weak. They were never small. Alien empires argued. Some cried for vengeance, others trembled, demanding peace. But one truth united them all. Humanity could no longer be mocked. Humanity had risen, and nothing would ever be the same. On the Terran flagship, Hale looked out at the burning wreckage one last time. His aide asked softly, "Was this necessary?" Hale's eyes were heavy. His answer simple. They forced it. They needed to see. The galaxy does not respect words, it respects strength. and now they know who we are." He turned away. But before leaving, he gave one last order, his voice iron. "Keep the fleet hidden again. Let the galaxy wonder, let them fear the shadows. That fear will protect us more than any wall." The Terran ships slowly vanished back into the black void. One by one they cloaked again, their presence fading into silence. Soon the stars looked empty once more, as if nothing had ever happened, but the galaxy remembered. The aliens who had mocked humanity carried the scars of their defeat. Entire civilizations whispered of the day when a so-called child world revealed itself as a predator. In taverns across distant worlds, soldiers told the tale. "We saw them, we saw the Death Worlders. They held fleets in the dark, fleets stronger than empires. They could have destroyed us all, but they let us live." Some spoke in fear, others in awe. But all agreed on one thing. Humanity had changed the galaxy forever. On Earth, people returned to their lives. But with new pride, they no longer saw themselves as weak. They no longer feared the stars, instead they dreamed of them. They dreamed of building more ships, exploring further, going beyond and somewhere deep in the void. General Hale looked at the endless black sky, his words a promise not just to the aliens, but to his own people. "This is only the beginning. The galaxy has seen our strength, but not our future. They will learn. They will all learn. Humanity does not break. Humanity rises." The void swallowed his words, but the message had already spread across the stars. The first contact had turned to terror. The galaxy had been stunned, and from that day forward, the dawn of humanity had begun.